Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is a channel where we give you reviews, playthroughs, unboxings, and we generally like to talk a lot of bollocks about tabletop gaming in general. And in this video, we're going to be talking about a variation of a game that we have already reviewed. We're going to be talking about Carrooka Pool 8. We've already reviewed the larger Carooka table, so we're not going to go over old ground. We'll put a link in the description to that video, or we'll put something up here on either this side or this side, depending on how big my head gets. We're going to look at the differences between this and the other table, and we're going to look at why you should pick this one up today or maybe in the future, right? So remember, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Leave a comment in that section down below. Hit the like button, subscribe and all that crap. We'll see you after this. Bollocks! So Carrooka was a tabletop dexterity game that was funded on Kickstarter about a year ago. We backed it on Kickstarter, table came, and it turned into one of our favourite games of all time. The basic premise of Carrooka was that it was a cross between carom and snooker. The table came on a rotating Lazy Susan style board, and the rules of snooker remained largely unchanged. You pot a red, pot of colour, pot of red, pot of colour, and you end up on the black. You get 1 point for each red, and then you get a certain number of points for each colour, right? The difference between the Pool 8 table and the larger snooker-based table is that this is geared towards pool. Think of it like a pub pool table as opposed to a 12-foot snooker table. They'll both kill you if they fell out of a tree, but I think it's safe to say that you'll only probably get a minor injury if one of these two fell out of a tree. There's no reason why you couldn't play pool on the original larger table. The designer did offer some extra yellow discs in order to play pool. We're going to give you some reasons why we think this might suit you better than the, I say older one, it's not that old, is it? Year-old one. So the first reason that you might prefer this one to the original is that this one is a little bit smaller. One of our criticisms of the original table was that it took up a lot of space. Space in our house is at a premium. I've been pushed into a tiny little cupboard that was used for Imelda Marcos's shoe collection. So trying to find somewhere for the original table was a bit of a ball ache. This table is slightly smaller, so it solves the problem of where you're going to put it. The publisher does offer a variety of storage solutions. You can get a wall bracket for this one. There's small custom built tables that allow you to set this one up permanently, right? So if you found that the original Carooka table was just a little bit too big, this one might just tickle your fancy. So the second reason that you might like this one rather than the other one is that it's a little bit cheaper. Not a lot. One of our criticisms of the original table was it's quite expensive. It's going to push a lot of people out. This one is a little bit cheaper, so it does alleviate some of the financial pain of actually separating with your hard-earned money. Right, this game is absolutely worth it. It's one of our favourite games of all time. So even though it is still an expensive game, getting the Pool 8 version might solve that issue for you. Don't know. All depends on your own personal finances, doesn't it? You know what I mean? So the next reason why you might want to pick this one up rather than the other one is that this one comes with special custom-made pool discs. You've got the spots and the stripes. It also comes with a blue screen printed board, so it adds to the thematic strength for the game, right? Maybe snooker's not really your thing. Maybe the pub pool vibe is more up your street, and this one caters to that aesthetic, right? We have found ourselves sort of veering more towards this table because it's lighter, it's easier to get out. It's got that pub pool aesthetic, which everybody loves so much when they go out on a shant, right? So one of the other reasons why this one might be better is that the build quality is marginally better than our original table, and this is probably to do with the fact that the designers, I think, sold quite a few tables, so they've managed to perfect the manufacturing process quite a bit. I'm not saying that the original table was a bad build quality. It wasn't at all. It was solid. It was super. And even though we played hundreds of games on it, it's still scratch free. It still looks new. But this one, the pockets feel a little bit more sturdy, and the overall build quality just feels a lot more solid, right? So the final reason that you might want to pick this one up over the other one is that it's a little bit easier to score on this table, right? You don't need to perfect your skill as much. And me being completely shit at this game, even though I love it so much, this is a bit of a godsend for me, because where the table's smaller and the discs are a little bit smaller, it's a little bit easier to pot the discs and actually feel like you're actually getting better at the game, right? So if you played these sort of games before, like carom or crokinole, and you think that the larger boards are just a little bit too big, then the reduced size of this one and the smaller discs might just help you stop banging your head against a brick wall, right? So there you go, that's Carooka Pool 8. Carooka is without doubt one of our favourite games of all time. We will never, ever, ever be getting rid of Carooka. And in fact, my kids have already claimed both of these tables as heirlooms for when I pop my clogs, right? Let's just hope that they don't get their hands on a table any time soon. Like, fingers crossed, yeah, they may be plotting as I speak. So there you go. That is Carrooka Pool 8. You'll find a link in the description to the manufacturer's website if you are interested in this, right? It's a fantastic game. It's never going to get old, and we highly, highly recommend you pick up a table today, right? So remember, if you're new, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Leave a comment in that section down below. Hit the like button. All that bullshit. We'll see you next time.